Hello everybody, and welcome on how to solve WPP number 8. Okay, first of all, in the word problem of part A, we are given 4 things. We are given the number of vests he has, which would be 5, number of dress shirts he has, which would be 4, number of ties, 10, number of pants, 4. Now, since we're trying to find the combinations of the outfits, we're going to have to multiply them all together to get the amount of possible combinations you can make. And if you plug these numbers into your calculator, you're going to get 800 combinations. So that's how many possible outfits you can come up with. Then, part B, we're given our, we're presented with a situation where he has 5 best friends, but he can only take 2, and the order doesn't really matter. So we're going to use a formula NCR, which N represents total, the total we have, and R represents the amount we want. So then we plug in the variables, which would be 5, C2, and we expand 5, so it would be 5 times 4 over 2 times 1, which would equal 20 over 2, and that's going to equal 10 possible ways. So he has 10 possible ways he can choose 2 of his 5 best friends. Then in part C, we're going to use the NCR equation, NCR formula again, and we're given 6 and 2. And 14 and 7. The 6 and 2 represent the 6 different types of candy the Wumbo Shack sells, and they only want 2 of those types. And 14 represents the number of different types of chips they have, but since they only want 7, we're going to set up our equation as 14C7. So just like before, it would be 6 times 5 over 2 times 1, which equals 30 over 2, which ends up being 15. And the other one, we expand it, it's a little bit longer. You can see it's 14 times 13 times 12 times 11 times 10 times 9 times 8 over 7 times 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 and times 1. It's preferable that you should use your calculator for this, so you won't have to plug in all the numbers. And you'll end up with 3,432. Now, since we're trying to figure out the probabilities or possibilities of both, we're going to have to multiply these two together. So 15 times 3,432, you end up with 51,480 ways or possibilities of chips and candies they can get. Now, moving on to part D, we're presented with a new formula, which would be NPR. And now this one, it's where order matters. Since order matters, we can use this formula to solve for what we're looking for. So we're presented with 20 seats, and they want to sit in first, second, and third place because they believe that's the order of importance. So what we would do is we would multiply 20 times 19 times 18. Since we're going from 20, and we're given 3 positions, so 20, 19, 18, we multiply that, we get 6,840 different ways you can sit down. Now, on to our last part, which would be E. We're given the word maroon, as you can see, maroon, and we have 6 factorial, or 6 factor over 2 factorial, or 2 factor, I guess. And since we have 2 O's, that would count as a repetition of the letter O. So that's where we get the 2 from. 6 comes from the number of letters that are in maroon. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So same thing like before, we just expand 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1 over 2 times 1. We can take out the 2 and the 1 on both top and bottom. So we just multiply what's left over, and we end up with 322 different ways that you can rewrite the letters in maroon. Alright, thanks for watching, guys.